Hello, today we will be working on transformations again, continuing it, but today we're going to be actually graphing rotations ourselves. So please click on this, September 29th, graphing rotation. Okay, this document here has the directions on what we're doing today, and also you can translate it. Remember, file, make a copy, and then when you make a copy, come back over here to get translate, okay? But I'm going to leave it in English. So the first thing is make sure you read this, but basically we're going to be graphing transformations using Kami. When you're done, you can put Kami and submit it through Canvas to receive credit. Video instruction, you're watching a video right now, okay? So the first thing is let's go ahead, of course this is the video, but let's go ahead and open the assignment in Kami. Okay, remember to download it, right? So download it so we can open it in Kami. Okay, so here we have the assignment. Okay, so please read this, but basically it says graph it using the transformation and label the points. What I mean by that is label the points is a little bit different now. So not in the previous assignments, we had multiple choices, right? And we would just pick the choice that matched what they were telling us to hear. It would say translation, 2 units to the right, and we would look at the figures. Today, these are different questions. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you actually graph it right here. So question number 1 is all right here. Question number 2 right here. There's no choices. You're going to be drawing today. Okay, so let's do the first one together. Let me go make it big. It says we need to, I'm going to show you how to do the first 3, okay? So I'm going to make mine kind of big so I can write on it. So what it says is to, let me make sure my pen's working. Good. So it says translation, 2 units to the right, okay? So if it's 2 units to the right, I take every single point. Remember, translation is that way. It's up, down, left, right, but no rotation, no reflection. So all I got to do is take E. And if you want to put it in a different color, please do. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and put it in, I don't know, is there a better color than that? Why is it pink? Oh well, maybe that is the best color. I was going to do a different color. That's okay. So 2 units to the right means I take every point. So E would go this way, right? So remember, I've got to put E and E prime to get full credit. So F would come over here, F prime, D would go 1, 2, D prime, okay? And then you would just put together the figure, and that's it. So that's how you're going to show your work and show that you understand the process. Okay, so let's go ahead and try a reflection. If you want, you can try it first and then come back and see the solution if you want. But go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it now. So reflection, there's 2 things. Number 1, we cross the X or the Y, in this case the Y. So every point on the that we have over here needs to cross over. So let me start with the easy one first. I'm going to take H. Again, it's over the y-axis, right? So it goes 1, 2 this way, so it would have to go 2 this way. So that's H prime. Okay, E is a little bit tricky, but it's right on the y-axis, so it's 0 away from the y-axis, so it stays right there. So I could go maybe E prime. Same with F. F is in the same spot, so it's a little bit tough there. But G is going to be easier. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So G prime goes here, and then I connect. Make sure I do this right. So this goes like this. The shape should look the same. If it doesn't, that tells you you didn't do it the right way. So see how these 2 shapes are the same? And they're labeled, okay? So that's how we do it. So also, I think it saves automatically. Yeah, see, it's automatically saving, okay? But when you're done, you're going to probably download it. I'll see if I can show you that. Okay, so let's do one more. If you want, we've got a rotation. So let's do a rotation counterclockwise about the origin. Okay, so if you want, you can try it, but otherwise I'm going to go over the explanation. Okay, so the first thing I would do whenever you're dealing with a rotation, just to keep it straight, is I would get the rules, okay? So maybe I should put the rules back into that assignment. Let me do that one moment. Okay, so I would highly advise you to use the coordinate rules when you're doing rotations. So I go back here, and I've already put this in. You didn't see it the first time, but here it is. So go ahead and open that up. Oops, my bad. Okay, so go ahead and open this up, and then you'll get a Google document, and hopefully, so you should still see your Kami assignment over here, and move mine over there. Okay, so what are we doing? Remember, so 90 degrees counterclockwise, there's different rotations. So what do we do if it's 90 degrees counterclockwise? What happens to the X and the Y, right? What does that become? I'll go over here for 90-degree counterclockwise. So that's going to be the second one right here. So XY becomes negative YX. Negative YX. Okay? So now I'm going to go 1 point at a time. So let's take F. And what's it going to be? So right now it's going to be 1, 2. So my X is 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay? So that means F prime is going to be what? So the Y is now here, but the sign changes. So that would be negative 3, right? That's this one, and the sign changes. X would be the same, but over here. So that means my F prime is going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. So F prime, we're going to label it. And remember, just to make sure it works right, if it's 90 degrees counterclockwise, it's going to go one broad section over. So it's going to go in this whole area right here, right? And it's going to go in this direction, right? So so F would be right here. That's where I would expect it to be, okay? All right, so that's no problem. So now let's get G. G is going to be what? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, so 3, 0. So G prime is going to be, this is kind of messy, sorry about that. Okay, so G, oops, 3, 0. So that's going to be what? The X stays in the same place, but it ends up over here. 0 changes sign, but a negative times 0, so that's just going to be 0, 3. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. And again, that makes sense because it would rotate like that, right? Okay, so that looks about where it would be. So I'm going to label it G prime. And then E is going to be what? So E is going to be, now one thing you might want to do while you're learning how to do this is think about if you could figure out where it would be before you do this. I mean, right now I would recommend using the rules just to keep it straight. As long as you do, you'll always get it right if you do them the right way, I guess. But it's much easier to do it. But you might want to just anticipate, where do I think E will go? I'm going to make a prediction. I think that it's in this quadrant right here. So I know it's going to go this way to this quadrant, be in this quadrant, right? So I think, let's see, it's probably going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be right there. So it's this way. So remember, this rotates, right? I think it's going to be right there. Is it? All right, let's check and see, okay? So E is going to be what? So E is a 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1 turns into E prime, which is going to this X. So this becomes 1, 1. So it goes, yeah, it is, isn't it? Check it out. So I was right. Again, so that's how you really learn this stuff in multiple ways, and you learn it better at a deeper level, is when you kind of start trying to think about what you think the answer is before you actually go through the process of calculating it. The more you can do that, the more you can actually start to have confidence that you know what the answer is and maybe have saved time. All right, does it look like the same shape? This should be more of a straight line. Yeah, it does. Does it look like it's rotated about 1/4 of a circle like that? Yeah. All right, so there you go. Okay, guys, so that's the first 3. And so what you're going to do is, again, you're going to be writing the figure on here, drawing it, and you make sure you label it the correct way, the right points in the right places. And then when you're done, I'm trying to think what you're going to do. I think what we're going to do for now is I'm going to have you download it. Okay. Wait, trying to think. Okay, I will try to find out the best way to get you guys to save this, but you're ultimately what you're going to do is you're going to come back into the assignment and you're going to basically put your file here. So I've never done this before where I've had somebody submit a Kami. So we'll figure out by tomorrow the best way to submit your Kami so I can see what you did and then give you credit for it or let you know what you need to do differently. But for now, that's how you can do it. Again, you go through the assignment, it'll update, it'll save automatically. I'm thinking it might be one of these two where you're going to do it, but I'll find out for tomorrow in class. Okay, that's it, guys. So good luck on it, and thank you.